Hi, fifth graders. I am here again with the book Abel's Island, and I'm going to read a few more chapters for you and put them up on my YouTube channel. So I am on chapter 9. The feeling that he could visit Amanda in dreams haunted Abel. Perhaps he could reach her during his waking hours as well. He began sending her mind messages. Sitting in the crotch of his favorite branch on the birch, he would project his thoughts, feelings, questions, yearnings in what he considered the direction of his home. Sometimes he felt that Amanda could hear these messages and that she was responding with loving messages of her own. This feeling elated him. He became convinced that he could fly to his wife through the air or glide like a flying squirrel. He made a glider by stretching a catalpa leaf across 2 sticks, attached it to his back, and climbed up to the top of his birch. From there, he flung himself into the void, arms outstretched, aiming for the far shore. Instead of the soaring ride he had anticipated, he made a slow, graceful half circle, heels over head, and thudded down on his back in the grass. He laid there for several hours, broken-hearted and dazed with pain. When his body and spirits recovered, he took to climbing his birch again. One day, when he was winding his way upward around and around the trunk, it seemed to him that the tree was somehow aware of his ascending spiral, and that it enjoyed his delicate scurryings just as much as he enjoyed the rugged toughness and sensible architecture of the tree. He felt the tree knew his feelings, though no words could pass between them. He believed in his visits with Amanda. He had his birch tree and his star, and the conviction grew in him that the earth and the sky knew that he was there and also felt friendly. So he wasn't really alone and not really entirely lonely. At times, he'd be overcome by sudden ecstasy and prance about on high rocks or skip along the limbs of trees, shouting meaningless syllables. He was, after all, in the prime of his life. Here's a few pictures of Abel. So this looks like him when he was trying to fly to see his wife, when he strapped the leaf onto his back. And then this is him, of course, when it didn't work and he landed in the grass. And this is him just kind of prancing around, being happy sometimes. As you can probably see, Abel has been alone for a really long time now. And he's starting to cuckoo. He's kind of losing it a little bit, kind of, sort of. Which will happen sometimes when you're alone for a long period of time by yourself. I'm getting there. Just kidding. Late in September, when he woke up in the mornings, he would see rime on the ground. That and the nip in the air made him worry about the coming of winter. What if he was still there? In his tours of the island, he had found acorns and hickory nuts, and also wild sunflowers full of seeds. He began storing these in his log. Living in the heart of nature, he began to realize how much was going on in the seeming stillness. Plants grew and bore fruit. Branches proliferated. Buds became flowers. Clouds formed in ever new ways and patterns, and colors changed. He felt a strong need to participate in the designing and arranging of things. The red clay from which he had fashioned pots and dishes inspired him to try his hand at making something just for its own sake, something beautiful. He made a life-size statue of Amanda. Though it didn't really resemble her, it did look like a female mouse. He was amazed at what he had made. Good or bad, it was sculpture. It was art. He tried again and again